Okay, namaste everyone. Wonderful to be back and feel just so grateful and refreshed and the heartfelt energy. So I wanted to just keep it flow and keep it simple, honor the time of year, of course, spring, Earth Day, represented of a little bit more lightness, right? More growth. And with that lightness and growth, we also want to declutter, so to speak. There's some gunk we want to get out. So that yoga practice is so great for that every time we practice, but especially seasonally at this time of year. So let's get into it. I'm going to step back a little bit. Our chart. Let's do a breath centering. So I'm going to sit on the ball. You sit wherever you're comfortable. And let's just go ahead and exhale and root down from the belly through the sacrum, through the legs, into the earth, into this feeling, that life force energy supporting you underneath. And just take several rounds here, focusing more from belly to ground. The legs into the earth. Feel like there's tendrils drawing from your feet through your sacrum, drawing way deep into the center of the earth. Notice the sound of your breath. And allowing that life force to connect with that life force energy. And then gently just feel the shift as from the belly connecting to the heart, to the chest, expanding the heart, the floor, the ceiling, the sidewalls of the chest. Allowing everything to be here, softening the shoulders, softening the jaw and the eyes. In Buddhist meditation, they'll focus on the inner smile. You may feel the sense of an inner smile, or you might even feel your mouth, your lips coming into that gentle smile, and taking one gratitude, something you appreciate. It could be very simple. Letting that resonate in your heart. So grateful to be connected with everybody again in this form, in this way. Opening through the crown now, opening through to the sun, the moon, the stars. We know no matter what the cloud formation's out there, the blue sky is underneath. And that is sometimes called the blue sky of awareness. Awareness that's already whole, already free. Already at peace. So we live in duality, and we come back to that awareness again and again. And if you want to set an intention for your practice today, what it is you'd like to receive, let that announce itself to you in the language of your heart. I'm also going to invite you, maybe I'm not as specific about this, but if there's a certain segment of the class that speaks to you, for example, say we're doing a triangle pose and you could see that you want to bring more energy and joy into your life, that I invite you to take kind of a snapshot and then bring that into your day as a prescription, as a remedy, as a way to just keep the process going, invoking certain affirmations or certain postures that speak to you. Okay, we are going to come on to make sure if you do have a strap or a, well, you can even use a shirt or a towel. We're going to start on the ground to ground and do some core work. We're going to lift the heart, lift the head, elongate, and then exhale around. And then do that again. Inhale, activate the core more by extending the leg. You can hold on, or you can have the palms by your side. Exhale. And plant that foot and switch. Extend. Great. And plug in. Lift the heart again, and let's shimmy shake down from the low back, mid back, upper back. Press down. Root into the earth, the parts that are touching the earth. And of course, we want to just ease out some tension, rocking side to side. So it's been a couple weeks, of course, since I've been live here. So we're tracking where the sun is going. See where it is today. And we'll do that opposite core work before we use our strap for our legs to the side. So I'm going to scoot down a little bit more. Plug in your low back. Try to keep your calf muscles parallel to the floor. Flex back through the toes. Here's our opposite set, bilateral work. Great for the left and right hemispheres of the brain. Coming back to the central channel. We're going to extend the left leg and the right arm back. Make a sound with your breath. Inhale, coming up. Opposite. Left arm, right leg. And continue, just like this. Exhale audibly. Opposite arm and leg. Keep focusing on plugging in the low back. At your pace, of course, your pace could be different than my pace. Most likely it is. Honoring your body and appreciating all I can do. Let's do two more here. And back to center. And again. Okay, hugging the knees in, adding those circles. And your borders of the feet together, knees apart. 3 times in one direction. And 3 times in its opposite. Okay, this is where we'll have the strap by our side. And we start with that right foot, bending the right knee toward the shoulder, rotating the ankle. The solar side, the active, energetic aspects of ourselves. And we're going to take the strap, we're going to open through the hamstring, peel back the toes around the ball of the foot. Try not to jack up that shoulder by the ear. And you, depending on your back, if your low back's okay, you can extend that left leg. If you want more support, we keep the left knee bent. Okay, so I like to place my left hand on my left hip to stabilize, and we open the gate. Opening the core, the hip, and remember, the higher you go isn't the answer here. We want the hip flexor to open on the right side. And I like to choke up on the strap. Wide open through the heart. Really feel that expansion. Very opening pose, opening the gate pose. And then we add our brush stroke with our arm. So the left arm comes up and around. Let's go on for the ride. As we affirm, divine life is within me and all around me. Divine life is within me and all around me. And I feel that. And look around maybe a little bit and tune in
to the divine life within you and all around you. So, engaging the core and lifting the leg back up through the help of the strength of the core. Before we go the other side, we're going to bend the knee and just extend both hamstrings down. Elbows down by our side and circle the feet around. So hamstring opener and core engagement, releasing the sacrum, so many benefits here. Circling in the opposite direction. Restoring, restoration, body, mind, returning to spirit. Now, spirit's always here, of course. We're extending through the left leg, and we're going to, depending on your back, go back. Protecting it more is keeping the right knee bent, otherwise extending. Turning the toes out to the left and opening the gate. Now you can, of course, use, depending on the formation that you're in, the wall or even a chair. I'm going to angle out a little bit more. But keep that left hip open. Don't jack up that leg too high. Walk the left hand out so your shoulders open, and then energize. Don't forget to energize that right leg and expand through the heart. So just feel that vast open spaciousness and the awareness of the breath. And that oceanic sound, if you like, with the inhale, the I, and then the exhale, the am. In Sanskrit, the word is Hum, Sa. And we just stay with the I am breath without adding anything to it. I am this, I am that, I am, usually the mind goes farther with it. We just keep it at I am. And we sweep the arm up and around the right arm, brush stroking. Luxuriating into the shoulder, the hip opening, heart opening, and affirming either out loud or mentally, divine life is within me and all around me. Divine life is within me and all around me. And take it from the thought and the affirmation. That's what's called like a finer vibration. The feeling of divine life is within me and all around me. So that feeling's a little bit more denser in the body. So we take it from the finer vibration from thought into feeling. And then engaging the core. And lifting that leg up. We're going to release the strap, bend the left knee, massaging and rotating that left ankle a few times in each direction. And then from here, folding or extending rather the left leg out, and just take a moment and do our tension release exercise, trauma release, which you usually do at the end, but let's start it at the beginning. Maybe just have a minute. Rocking that right foot out, turning the head to the left and center. Doesn't have to equally match, but as long as we're doing the opposite. 10 to 12 times. And tension release and past traumas, know it's affecting in a good way that release. More space. Coming back to center. Breathe in, breathe out. And of course, that left leg from the hip. Windshield wiper, it's called. Okay, and the head turns to the right and back to center. Right, center. 10 to 12 times. Bilateral release. Opposites. Notice which side feels easier, more of a flow. Sometimes it's a bit jangly, it's okay. Dealing with it. And then when you feel complete, come back to center, back to that full yogic breathing. When you're ready, belly expands, heart opens, crown opens. And exhale, crown, heart, belly, feet. Full yogic breath. Fullness of life, whatever you're feeling here. We're opening to it with compassion. Ideally, we're learning compassion. Okay, bending the knees. And we'll go ahead and rock and roll if your body allows that. If not, you roll onto your side. If you can rock and roll, we're going to come up, lengthen up, and then bring our hands behind us. And we're going to do a little regular count, but then a slight different variation of the count. Just keep it interesting and fun. Okay, so as we like to do, just make a circle or a half circle with your 8. And again, just blow into it. Eyes can be open or closed. The sense of flow. And of course, the elbows are bending too. It's also the shoulders, release. There's holding patterns there. Okay, classic cat cow. Inhale, scooping out the low, then upper back, eye knees up. And then exhale, rounding spine. Draw it in, draw that navel in and up. Reach back to the heels if you want. One more time. Scooping action, humidity, lightness, let's lighten up. Exhale. And then come back to center. Here's a variation. Think of your right leg coming out like a kickstand. Really going to open this inseam up of that right leg. So we're going to do that cat cow again, but as we inhale, now see if the toes may come up or not, and you want to keep them down, you want to keep them up, and then we ease back. Just see by extending one leg, how that changed the dynamic of the inseam. Stretching and side that right leg. Your moves here at your pace, at your timing. All right. And then hold, of course, that right knee in. We're going to extend that left leg out to the side. Inhale, scoop it out. Exhale, round, and then I like to ease back a bit. You want to try with that inside work down, and then see what it's like when you lift. What feels good to you? Stretching here. Make sure you've done the same amount, 4 on each side. Exhaling that, letting go. Inhale, inspiration of this time of the year, growth. Oh, we see it all around us, the flowers and trees. It's wonderful. Okay, stepping that left knee in. We're going to take it into a full down dog, a full body stretch. Toes under, hovering or activated more by hovering, and then 4 in your chest, 4 at the thighs. An inversion. Every day we want to do an inversion, and the down dog will do that for us as we feel that calmness radiating through every cell of your body, every fiber of your being, or peace, or whatever quality that you would like to bring in. Navel to the spine on the exhale. And then let's take it into our classic plank, but bringing one forearm down and turn this way. One forearm down at a time. Okay. So we bring one forearm and the other. Try not to collapse. This is actually a very core strengthener. Try not to collapse your core or your head. Try to stay here 3 to 5 breaths. You might feel your core shaking a bit. Okay, the tops of the knees touch down. We uncurl the feet and we get that feeling of our, well, we are in our Sphinx pose. We're lifting the heart, expanding, opening. Now this we could add to the I am very easily on this. You could say, I am enough and I have enough. I am enough and I have enough. And then you're energizing the legs even more by lifting up the feet. And then melting into rest. Elbows come out to the side, rest with the spiritual eye. Hear that oceanic sound. Melting into the support of the earth and knowing that you, the I am, as the I am, we are all enough. As a spiritual beings. Appreciating what we do have. Softening the shoulders. And then before we rise up into our King Cobra, we bring our fingertips to face the shoulders. We lift up and we add that circle figure 8 to the shoulder joints. I kind of like to do this every class, every time I practice. Certain things that really work for the joint spaces. Hydrating. And we're opening up. Now we bring the fingertips face forward. You can go back to that Sphinx pose, whatever works for your body. Listen to it as we inhale, rising up. Maybe on the knees, maybe off the knees, lion's breath. Stick out the tongue, eye gaze up. And again. Open through all the chakras. Knees touch down. And this time we come back into prayer pose. So the knees go wider than the hips and just rest. If you want to lift the wrists up, you can get into the scapula more. I am enough, I have enough. We're just staying with the I am. The inhale I, the exhale am. Okay, rounded spine coming up, sliding the hands, wrists underneath you. Neutral spine, we're going to turn to the side with your left knee down, your right leg extended. Okay? I'm really in favor of a blanket here for the knees. We're going to do our half moon bent knee variation. Okay? So if you can, lift the right leg up. If it's too much, keep that right foot down. You're still going to get a side stretch here. And then we're going to expand that right arm open. And this could be enough, or possibly make some small circles with the right foot. 3 times in one direction, and then 3 times in the opposite. And then plant that foot down, and then really get the side stretch going here, dynamic through the side body. And we usually do our half moon either standing or lying down, so the side half moon. Strength and courage fill my body cells. Strength and courage fill my body cells. Inhale, lifting that right arm up. And then we're going to bring this hand down. And before we do the half moon to the other side, we're just going to burn into that right calf. You know, I love to do that. Really feel that opening there. And then let's add the full body down dog. So we lift the tailbone, we tread it out. Keep magnetizing the heart toward the thighs, keep pressing to the base of the fingers. And let's add a fire. Let's add some Kapalabhati breath here. Exhale through the nostrils, draw the navel in 10 to 12 times. Slow it down. That adds the fire, adds the heat. And then we're going to flow through before we come to the other side. So we come into our plank. We bring one forearm down and the other. Active core here, 3 to 5 breaths. If that's too much, come on top of the knees. Feel the shake. Top of the knees, touch down, heart lifts into Sphinx. And then into Bhujangasana, Cobra pose. Thoughts and energy rise up to touch the sky, open to the sky. Releases some of the past junk out, gunk, anything that's coagulating the nervous system. Let it out. And then pour it back. And we'll go to the other side. So the right knee is down, the left leg extends. Okay. If this doesn't work for you, I forgot to say, do Janu Shasana variation. Always modify. All right. Now the hand's going to come down. You have that foot down or the leg lifts. Okay. Back toes are under here. See if that arm wants to come up. Open heart. And then maybe add those circles. Pilates move here. 3 times in one direction. 3 times in the opposite. It's strong. It's stronger than it looks, right? Kind of surprising. And then bring that foot down. And really expand through the side body, dynamic, strength and courage. Fill my body cells. Strength and courage. Fill my body cells. Okay, when you feel complete, we unfurl that arm down. Bend the knees. We activate the core by doing the lift off and the pouring back. Get the flow going first. And then why not? I remember to press into the base of the fingers for the breath of fire. So you know how many breaths of fire if you like to count it. 10 times. Begin. Exhale through the nostrils. Slow it down. Circle the head around. Relaxing, casting aside any unnecessary worries, burdens, and things we can't control. Oh. Control the things we can, we know it, so let me be fair to this and know the difference. It's hard to know that difference. Sometimes it's more apparent. Ripple. And then start to walk one foot forward, then the other, then one hand, then the other. Again, that swaying of the hips, perhaps if that feels good, then this fairly stable, palms rest at the hollows of the elbows. Equal weight between the heel, the ball of the foot, the 4 points of the feet. Shaking the head very gently. Yes or no, nobody knows. Doesn't work for you, healthy boundaries, we're open to. situation by situation. And then releasing the hands. Let's bend the knees into our chair pose, sweeping the arms back. And then sweeping forward, rooting down. Really feeling the strength of the lower body, the entire body, but especially the lower body. Inhale, coming up. And lift off the heels. And then feel the space all around you. You know, circle around, you're welcome to. I'm gonna grab a drink of water. This is a good water break time. Lemonade. Oh, they had so many fun tropical mango, pineapple, healthy drinks there. Again, trying to emulate it here. Okay, so let's see. Oh, yes. We want to come into, first just, yeah, absolutely root down. In fact, let's root down from our goddess pose. So it's a wide stance with the toes facing outward. And then we'll really draw the core down. Kind of pulse a little bit. And let's add a twist here. So we slide the hands down toward the knees of the lower thighs. We bend the right elbow and look over, extend the left arm, look over that right shoulder. Twisting. So good for us, getting that gunk out and the cleansing of, that's all part of the cleansing of this spring. It's a releasing, cleaning out the garage, right? Oh, inhale back to center. I can't say I'm jumping on that, but it's there. And exhale, bend the left elbow, extend through the right arm. It's a metaphor of cleansing the body. And that helps cleanse the entire system and the mind. Okay. And then from here, pulse a little bit. And then we come up with our arms extended up. And we go into our side flow. So turning the right toes in, Trikonasana. Left toes out, let's get the flow going. And expansive through the heart. Strong through the legs, opening up the left side of the body. And try to get, I forgot to say, if you want your block by your side, it's very helpful. I should probably grab that now. By the instep or the little toe side of the foot. And then we're going to reach over, taking our time in triangle and Trikonasana. Letting our hand gently slide down. Maybe the thigh, the shin, not on the knee, maybe the block. Add the mudra, individual self, union with infinite, connected yoga. Track that chin back. Energy and joy. Fill my body cells. Energy and joy. Fill my body cells. Maybe going into Utthita. Really extending. We got that side extension already. But we're doing more. So, and maybe you want to circle. Circle. Waves of energy and joy. Fill my body cells. Imagine yourself smiling with joy. You want to amplify those good feelings. So like, as I say, energy and joy, just kind of like, add some zing to it. Add some sparkle. Increase the intensity. Okay, and then the hand comes down. We're going to bend our left knee. Track it over that ankle, second toe, and dance our warrior to come up. And then root down a little bit more.
Nice, strong flow there, standing pose. Just take a moment in our Virabhadrasana 2. Notice when the palms face down, the root and ground, the difference of the palms up, pulse it up. Joyfully manifest the power of the divine. Divine manifestation. Now, what does that mean? That's a big, I'll explain it as I understand it, and as I practice it. We bring the hands to the crown, heart, and the belly. So we've talked a bit about this cognitive behavioral therapy, psychology, thoughts, feelings, behavior / action. The divine manifestation of that principle as we set up. So as I said earlier, our thoughts are more, we have a lot of ideas usually, a lot of thoughts going on. They're more finer vibration, right? Not as solid, opening up. Feelings are more dense. So when we think of manifesting, I know it's a popular concept out there. It's a beautiful concept. Inhale, stretching up. When we think of divine manifestation, what we want to bring into our lives, we want to think of that feeling that whatever it is we're desiring, what that feeling is going to bring us. So I'm going to take an easy one, the wedding, connection, heart, devotion, beautiful feelings of commitment and love, okay? So that feeling, whatever it is for you that you're wanting to manifest, get into the feeling of it, Adhimudra, and extend energy and joy, fill my body cells. And then the last part, whatever it is you're trying to manifest or want to manifest, then is the action piece. So whatever that action is going to take, I mean, in the example, you know, getting a plane ticket, getting this, getting that, doing the action parts of it, taking time off of work, whatever that is, you want to connect it to what that feeling is going to bring you. This is a very simplified version, but I hope it makes sense in terms of divine manifestation principles. Thought, feeling, action. Divine, joyous action and energy as we come up with that knee bent. Energy and joy, fill my body cells, tracking that knee over. Opening the heart, shoulders in line with the hips. Palms, let's start with the palms up in that expansion phase. So what is it that you want to joyfully and divinely manifest in your life? Is something calling you to do that? Or you could think of what do you want to manifest and what kind of feelings are around that. You know the thought. Take the action with that feeling. Much more powerful when we bring our feeling of what that would feel like to it. Joyfully manifest the power of the divine. Lengthening up. And then arms reach out to the side. Interlock behind you, Prasarita Padottanasana, and hinging at the hips, coming forward. Knuckles are towards the sky, crown of the head towards the earth. Again, relaxing all those unnecessary worries and bringing it, let's bring in that feeling. And we release the burdens, the peace, the calmness. Here. Let the hands slide down the sides of the legs. Bend the elbows, crown of the head toward the earth. And then elongate the spine. And let's heel toe it in.
Just walk out. You'll toe it in or step, 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 whatever works for you. Inner forward fold. I like to bend the knees a little bit here, just to keep the flow going. And back to our chair pose, Uttanasana. Comes back, sweeping up. And slicing through fears, doubts, worries, and energy and joy. Every inch you're going to manifest next in your life. And arms sweep around and feel the aura clear, refresh, revitalize. You can take it to the shoulders. The swelling feels good to your spine. Now we want to do a balance pose, right? At least one balance pose a day. So let's do, in honor of the Earth Day, springtime, the tree pose. Vipassana. You're always welcome to tap into or hold gently the wall. If you can look at a tree in front of you, great. If not, either way, you're going to root down through your left foot. Again, growing those roots deep into the earth. 4. And bending the knee. You could do, you can use your block. You could do what's called a bit of a toe stand here. Foot on the calf, foot on the thigh. You decide you want to have the arms like the branches of the tree rising up. Rooted and rising, both qualities are happening here. So even if you're swaying, it's okay. You're coming back to your center within. Returning again and again. Already whole, already free, already aware. Even if you're falling out, that awareness is still there, aware of all that. And arms out to the side, draw the knee in, and let's just kind of shake out that left leg, that rounded leg. The block is great for a tree if you want it on the source of wall. It's the right foot now. Root, 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 root. And send this down, draw that energy up. Use the block maybe. You're still balancing. Calf, the thigh. Drishti point in front of you. Maybe the arms are like the branches. Maybe not. Maybe they're down by your side on your hips. What quality do you want to affirm here? Peace, centeredness, perseverance. What it is for you, bring that in, invite that in. Your soul wanting. And awareness is already whole. If we fall, we sway, we come back. If the leg slips, you come back. Doing that on purpose just to show we're still in it, no matter what. Life, okay? Then just coming out of it, this side. And our standing pose. We'll start heading down toward the ground and do a bridge series. But let's do that via, we didn't do a classic sun salute today, but we're going to invoke our hands to the heart and invoking that divine awareness, that healing energy in our namaste, acknowledging that. And everyone and everything. And if there's some particular beings we'd like to bring to the mat with us as we do our practice, as we continue to do our practice, and holding that healing light for them. And of course, for the world. As we tap into the spiritual eye, crown, and you decide the depth of your back bend here. Inhale back to center, swan dive forward. Heartless. And we're going to just step our right foot back into a lunge for a moment and pulse it up. Belly hard head. Exhale. Half split Hanumanasana. Feel that. Or active. One more time. Inhale. Belly hard head. Hips shifting forward. And opposite. Feeling back. Switching to the hamstring. Lower that hip down. And then transitioning. So we transition by just coming off of the right knee, stepping that left foot back, and bringing the right foot forward. I mean, not that easy, but take it in stages. Okay. You can use your blocks here too. Belly hard head lifts, inhale. Lunging forward. And then peeling back, resting that right hip back. It's active rest, bowing to the wisdom of the heart. Let me lead the way. One more time, inhale. Leading this day. Standing into it. And then, of course, ideally, there'll be periods of rest too. Half split Hanumanasana. Good. Now I'm going to start to use forward enough. I hope you have an extra 5 minutes. I know I was right on time and we did a little check in there. So hopefully we have 5 more minutes than usual because I started late. We're going to come onto our back. And we're going to take our core work here and take it gradually. So we're going to lift and then tuck the tailbone under, shimmy, shake down. Like in the feet, we're going to do a bridge flow. So feel the space all around you. So bridge, every thought, those finer thoughts can bridge us into that feeling of what we're going to manifest next in our life. So think of the bridge pose as being that connector to what it is. What it is you want to manifest and why, as we lift up the hips. Feeling what that give you. Rocking the shoulders under, magnetizing the inner thighs, open and spread the toes. If you want, you can interlock, lots of variation of bridge pose. What is the feeling of what the next project or manifestation is? Why is it you want that? Tune into the feeling of it. And then the action becomes clearer. Slowly ripple down, melting down from into the central channel. Let's do a little core arcing curl. Sacrum goes into the earth. Low back is not touching the earth. Exhale, flatten. Inhale, hard. Exhale, flatten. Do one more bridge flow. So first lift the legs and just kind of shake them out. Inversion. Yeah. Okay. And then turn the toes out in a wide angle and then turn the toes in. Do this 3 times. So moving to standing in a positive step up and getting the blood flow. in the opposite direction. So good press. Okay. And then we bend the knees. And once the heels touch, we ripple up, shifting the weight eventually to the shoulders. Inner thighs magnetize. You don't want those thighs flaying out. Divine manifestation. What's the thought? Take it to the feeling. Take it to what the action will be, what you're wanting and why. Now, you could stay here or you could play with the arms, reaching up, reaching over. And then as those wings of joy open and expand, we simultaneously let the spine release toward the earth. Tailbone draws in, feet go wide, hip width apart for windshield wiper twist. So just kind of easing down where the knees are bent, the head goes to the other side. Big exhale. Remember how we started? With the one leg to the side and the heart expansion. And let's go ahead and just invoke that in again. Divine, let's bring the left arm up and around. Divine life is within me and all around me. Remember the invitation to take maybe a remedy of one or two poses and the affirmation and bring it into your life. If that is doing yoga in life, right? Within the practice. And engaging the core off the mat into life as in this go to the other side, wide open heart. Feel that expansion. And we might feel the tension too. We might feel the places, of course, we probably will, the tightness and the holding. And then we breathe into that too as we open. So we're open to it all. Divine life is within me and all around me. And engage the core to make sure the low back's released, the core's engaged. One last movement here of core work, and we're going to bring our hands to our shoulders. If this is too much on your neck, you can lightly place your hands at the back of the neck, but make sure the movement comes from the core. So what that is, we're going to fold the knees in, right knee folds in, the left leg extends, left elbow toward that outer right knee, and then switch. Exhale strong. Try to do 8 of these. Again, if this is too much on your neck, although it will strengthen the neck, but if it's too much, lightly place your hands there. You want to do more, you can. You want to do less? It's totally up to you. Beauty of the Zoom. I mean, in a regular class too, of course, but yeah. Sometimes we compare ourselves. The brain does that, right? The brain compares and then you have to go, okay, in my classes, right? And then folding the knees in. And now a lot of this stuff we gear, wide for safety. But it's just gone a little bit too far. And then it's become anxiety. All right. Happy baby. Rocking side to side, thinking of what pose would be best for you today in restoration, in Shavasana. Is it legs up the wall? Is it on the wall with your feet? Is it Supta? Anything that works for you. Take your time, get cozy, get settled in with all the goodies. If you have a blanket or eye bag, make yourself comfortable inside of water.
Okay. Right. Okay, let's find our deep restoration now by absorption into just allowing ourselves to breathe and be. Set some things up here. All right. So if you'd like, depending on your positioning, you can ease your head from side to side. Relaxing. We'll start from the top down. The eyes, the forehead, the crown. Just connect to space all around you. Ah. Feel the cool air coming in through the nostrils. And maybe you can fullness at this point between the eyebrows, the spiritual eye. If it's helpful, exaggerate a yawn, relaxing the upper and lower jaw. And just notice your breathing. My breathing is calm and relaxed. I am at peace. Hear that oceanic sound in the throat. And hearing the sounds around you, but tuning much more into the internal sounds of the breath and maybe the pulsations of the heartbeat. My heartbeat is calm and strong. I am at peace. My heartbeat is calm and strong. I am at peace. Really feel the fullness of the heart, the floor, the ceiling, the sidewalls of the chest. A beautiful sense of allowing. Back body, if you're resting on it, is heavy and warm. Supported. Moving deep into the abdomen and the low back. Notice how the abdomen radiates warmth. Expansion and the letting go on the exhale. I am at peace. Feel from your shoulders down to the elbows, upper, lower arms, palms of the hands, digits of the fingers. My arms are heavy and warm.
I am at peace. Moving to your lower body, the hips, the cheeks, the thighs, the knees, the calves, all the way through to the soles of the feet, digits of the toes. My legs are heavy and warm. I am at peace. Feel the space above you, the space below you, within you, and all around you. I'm at peace. And again, returning to your true soul nature, already at peace, already whole, already free. Perhaps leaving a calling in joy. Joy and peace can exist simultaneously. And just noticing if you'd like to luxuriate and stay in interiorization, or if you're ready to return to movement, it's completely up to you. You are transitioning, you know how your body wants to do that. Appreciating the gift you're giving yourself, and interiorization, really stretching deeply and absorbing and allowing life force, prana energy be here to fuel you in spring and restoration and growth, and the parts we need to cleanse and let go. And as a tradition of yoga, we send healing energy to others through the three-syllable Om sound, visualizing those people and situations, planet itself, nations, invoking the light over the darkness as we rub our hands together, or whatever feels right to you, letting the sound open up through every cell.
Bringing the hands and namaste, acknowledging the divine awareness within you, recognizing that consciousness in everyone and everything. That is where we are one. And namaste to everyone. And those who want to stay on for a little bit could unmute yourself, and others can just keep using out. I totally understand. So good to be with everybody again. Oh, let me stop the recording.